my publication day live stream with me, the author of this book, A Christmas Truce. And the author copies actually arrived today, which was amazing. I have been joined by my friend Eloise in her Christmas jumper and the wonderful Kat from Kat's Novel Adventures. I haven't had a chance to put your links in stuff yet, but if you guys want to stick them in the chat, and then I will add them into the description later in case people haven't had a chance to check out your channels. Would you like to introduce yourselves? Kat, do you want to go first?
Sure. I am Kat of Kat's Novel Adventures, and I want to have all kinds of adventures, but right now I'm strictly having bookish adventures. So I have been on YouTube. My first video was actually released October 28th. So I'm actually coming up on a 1-year anniversary of releasing it. But I love to read books of all genres. Although I am not a fan of steamy romance, but I do like clean romance, which Emma writes, although she has teased me and said that some future publications might be a little steamier.
I'm sure you'll be able to handle it.
But I'm from Louisiana, which is in the United States, and I'm married to my husband, Barry, and I have 2 boys. Who are not really boys, they're young men. My oldest son, Barry, who's 34, and my youngest, Andrew, who is 22. And I have a lot of pets at my house as well.
You do. You do. Are you going to be having a celebration for your anniversary?
I don't know yet because we had a lot going on. I'm actually going to be in the New Orleans area visiting with my sister and my parents on the 28th, which is Saturday. So if it happens, it won't be happening this weekend for sure. But I don't know. I haven't really thought about it because I've been kind of preoccupied with some other things. So
sure,
we'll see.
Awesome. Okay.
Well, I hope you do.
And Eloise.
Hi, my name's Eloise Barr. I am an aspiring author of historical fantasy and currently in the process of editing my first Greek myth retelling about the Amazons, so an origin story for them, if you will. I am based out of the Pacific Northwest near Seattle, Washington, with my husband and my 4.5-year-old son and 2 dogs. So yeah, I started my channel, I think, a couple of months ago, and I'm just excited that I'm getting to know everybody and making some friends, Emma and Kat. And Stacy and everybody else and Andy and Richard and all of the friends that I make. Kat, I'm so glad you're in Louisiana because so far all of my friends on AuthorTube have been in Britain. And the time difference is just like I'm doing all my writing at night after my kid goes to bed. And I'm just like, man, I can't do any productivity sprints with my friends because it's 3 a.m. over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Andy's actually Canada. Canada stole him away. We think that he was sent there by the British government. Oh. So we're trying to get him back, but until then, he's just popped into the chat. Oops.
I think he's on the east side of Canada. So
he's very secretive. He doesn't like people to know where he lives, but I know.
Yeah, I think he's some kind of a spy guy. He's a spy guy like James Bond or something.
Would make sense.
Spy guy always makes me think of this film that I used to love when I was little, and it was called The Man Called Flintstone. And it was the Flintstones, but Fred became like a spy through a series of misadventures. And there was a song in it, Spy Type Guy. And it was, yeah.
I feel like I've seen it. I must have seen it.
I'm gonna have to look that up. So not only does Andy have a voodoo doll, but now he's being compared to Fred Flintstone.
Oh
no! No, not at all. Because just no. Don't get me into trouble, Kat. Come on. Don't get me into trouble.
You know that Andy will forgive you.
He'd forgive me anything. Honestly.
Yes, I think so.
True. It's very true. And I would forgive him as well. So it's all good. Let's have a look and see who has joined us. The awesome RC. is sending us cold things and thunder and all manner of dramaticality, and also a little snowman. So that's exciting. Richard is here. Richard, how jealous of you. Eloise is here, and you're not. She's mine. She likes me best. She's made a spreadsheet of the people she likes in order, and I'm above you. There's a link. Thank you very much for sharing the link to my book, Richard. That was really kind of you also. Lovely Martin is here on bin night. Have you done your bins, Martin? Wednesday's his bin night, bizarrely. I don't even know how I ended up knowing this, that every Wednesday I message him to remind him to take his bins out.
That's excellent.
It is. I'm a good friend like that. And Stacy is here.
Hi, Stacy.
Saying happy publication day. And thank you for live streaming so I can be here. It's nearly 8 p.m. UK time, so I'm very grateful. Cool. And Richard saying he's also in the UK.
I couldn't tell. Based on
he really hides the British thing well, Richard, doesn't he? He's just really subtle with it. Oh, that stream. I was on his channel like last week, and he starts up with the national anthem, and it was like, oh, Richard.
And the gong.
It's a lot.
I like it.
It is a lot. And Nadim is here. Hey, Nadim, how are you? And the other Laura saying Merry Christmas. Oh, yeah. And Keiko's popped in. And Shannon, yeah, you're doing sprints now. That's late for you. Normally do them earlier. And Angela popped in as well. Hey, hey. And of course, Panda. So we are basically the warm-up act for Andy's sprint, which we'll be leading directly on from this. We're like the college, well, not you guys, I am. I'm like the college band that comes on before Nirvana.
Oh, you're the opening act.
I want to be part of the college band.
Well, you're supporting me. I'm sorry.
Cool. I'm the college band groupie. Yes.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
You know, everybody knows that his hour on Wednesday is like the best. Yeah. Although actually, having said that, Kat, I do appreciate that you also sprint on a Wednesday, but there's something about just the 1 hour thing.
I know.
I don't know. It's like you have to try to get him to say graphics as many times as possible in only an hour. You know, there's something about that excitement. We love it. And Sacco is saying, congratulations. He's more of a Barney. Excuse me. My friend Andy is not a Barney, okay? No. Yeah? No way. Not a Barney. Yeah, I'm not going to back that.
There you go. You've redeemed yourself by clarifying that he's clearly Fred.
It's also the other Laura's bin night. Awesome. I'll have to remember to message you every Wednesday as well now. This is going to become quite the thing, isn't it? Laura reckons that she and Martin must live on the same street. Let's run outside and check. That would be so funny. That would be awesome if you did. And it was like, how weird is that?
That's your next romance book, is that they live on the same street and they don't know it. Not them, but
yeah. Imagine if they were like online. I can't think of another idea. I already had one in writing class today. Somebody made a joke about me writing about cowboys, and I was like, a cowboy? Like, are you kidding me? And suddenly I had an idea.
I need to see your cowboys.
He's going to be so hot. Let me tell you, it's going to be awesome. He's not a Betty at all. I'll think what he is, okay, but he's not. And Angela's saying hey as well. Okay. Now, Eloise, I'm guessing that you actually need to work today.
I'm gonna be processing some payroll for a client today.
How fun. Crazy times, absolutely crazy times. We love it. So why don't we start with a 25-minute sprint so that you can get some of that done. Aren't I good? Is that cool with you guys?
That's fine with me. Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you up to, Emma?
I don't even know. Do you know, I haven't even thought about it. I didn't even introduce myself, whatever. It's like I've never done this before. I'm Emma, whatever. Oh, no, I kind of did. I said I'd written that book. That's enough. I got a new bullet journal as a publication present. So I might start playing with that. Or I might work on my Preptober stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like. I'm going to drink my tea. It's all good. I'll probably message Andy to apologize for the Flintstones thing. Okay. Let's get started. Let's be all awesome and productive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. How did that go for you guys? Eloise, how did that accountancy stuff go? Was it very exciting?
It was delightfully exciting, and I just hope that nobody that's watching can read lips. I was saying something.
Were you swearing at the computer?
Just a little bit.
I probably would as well if I was doing accounts, in fairness. Kat, how about you? What were you up to?
I ended up finishing chapter 60 in The Way We Live Now by Anthony Trollope. I'm participating in Victober. It's my first Victober, and this is my first Trollope, and I'm loving it. I cannot wait to finish it so I can watch the miniseries, because there's a miniseries apparently. But I'm liking it, even though there are some catty female characters in it. And then I switched over to The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. It's a reread for me, but I have a book club meeting after my sprints tonight with the middle grade March group to discuss it. So I need to finish. I have a lot still left to go, as you can see. But it'll be quick. I'm gonna be reading most of it during my sprints too. So anyway, that's what I got up to.
So you'll be fine. Yeah. Awesome. You take part in so many readathons and things, don't you?
I do. Well, I have this year. And I don't know. I may slow down next year. I may do things a little bit different how I participate. Like, for example, for Victober, this was the group read. So I didn't fulfill all of the prompts. I just decided to go with the group read because it's huge. But I may end up, if they have a group read, sticking with a group read. And if I have time, read some other stuff related to it. But I'm a mood reader. And I find that's one thing that's been hard is when I want to read something else, but I'm kind of confined to it. Yeah. And with that being said, I have 2 readathons that I do in the year, and I'm going to rethink how I do my prompts, I think, for that. So it might be a month-long readathon, and we might have activities with it, but I'm almost thinking of letting the prompts be a little fluid to where if you're a mood reader, you can, interpret your prompts the way you want to interpret them, I guess. But it's still participate, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I've had Kindle Unlimited. I was offered like a free trial of it or something. So I thought, okay, I'll do that. And I'll finally get around to reading some of my friends' books that maybe I haven't been able to buy for whatever reason. And I have been having so much fun with it. It is so lovely to read books by people that you know. The funniest one at the moment, I'm reading Lovely Martin's book, and I'm really enjoying it, although it's really not my genre. It's not the type of genre I typically read. It's like space opera, but I'm really enjoying it, but I'm reading it in his voice. So in my head, it's Martin saying the words as I'm reading it in his accent, and it's very, very peculiar. And
I had that experience when I read your book. Yeah, I had that experience when I read your book. Like I could hear Emma's voice in certain parts of it, and I'm like, this is just so funny. But it was also delightful, I don't know, when you have a connection with somebody, and I just think it's neat. It adds a extra layer of enjoyment.
Well, I feel really sorry for you because, we all know that Andy hates my voice and says that it's really annoying. Couldn't bear to him do an audiobook. So, apologies for how awful that must be. But I also I've read Anne Sophie's The Removable Echo. That's the first book in her series. At the moment, I'm reading Andrea Severson's one of her books as well. I don't know if you follow her on YouTube. She does kind of authory vlogs. She's really great. I've read everything that RC has got out, and I'm eagerly awaiting his next book, which is coming out on the 31st. I've read Richard's Price War, and I'm going to read his other ones soon as well. It's been really, really good fun. So many cool books by people I know. So yeah, it's cool. I imagine you read a lot of Greek mythology stuff, Eloise, for research.
When I have time, yeah. I've read a lot of. I've started a lot of the Greek myth retellings, and I've stopped a lot of them because I'm very picky.
Oh no!
But that's one of my favorite genres. But I honestly don't read nearly as much as I should, because what free time I do have, maybe once my kids, your guys' kids' age, I will have more time to read. But the time that I do have that's quiet, I want to spend writing instead of reading. And so,
sure.
Yeah, it's just hard to prioritize all of the things that I want to do all at the same time.
I agree.
Yeah. I was always the mummy that was like, okay, guys, guess what? It's reading time. We're all going to sit down nicely on the sofa, and we're going to have a blanket. And whoever stays quietest the longest gets a biscuit. Yeah.
That's awesome. I need to start doing that.
Well, actually, we used to have a game in the car.
I've been reading.
If we were going on a car journey, and the game. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I had some lag. Oh, I've just been reading the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I've been reading the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh with my son at night. It's his first little chapter book. He gets to. I pick out a section for him to read. It's a hilarious book. I love it.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh is wonderful. No, I was saying that when our boys were little, and it's always like a lot in the car, even before we had the dogs, because with 6 of us, like it's a full car, and with 4 of them, like it's a little much. So we used to play a game, and it was who can stay quiet the longest. And honestly, sometimes they'd go for like 45 minutes. It was brilliant, and they genuinely thought this was a game. Great. Best game ever.
Life hack.
Best game ever. Yeah, life hack. Right, let's have a look and see what everybody else got up to during the sprint. Laura Gomez said, I love Cowboys. Yeah. This one's going to be a little bit rough and ready, or at least that's how he comes across at first. But we'll have to see. Andrea said, just stopped in to leave the love button. I have to play gardener. Cool. And we're still talking about people meeting over the bins. Stacy says, start out as internet pen pals and didn't realize they live on the same street until they meet face to face in an awkward meet cute. I love it. I love it. And it could be called Over the Bins. Yeah, or just bin night. The bin night. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you could get a whole novel out of it, but a short story. I should write that and sell it to a magazine or something. That would be hilarious. Mm-hmm. And then read it out here.
That would be cute.
Rachel popped in, Rachel Adams, and said that she loves the new book cover. Thank you. And Martin was being silly about bins and claimed that he met somebody outside and the wife is not happy. Women is what I said. So difficult. And I love this quote from Stacy. She said her new favorite quote is, the magic is in the work you are avoiding. So I stopped avoiding it in the hope of making magic. Oh, I like that. I like that. I was this morning, while I was attempting some yoga, I was watching Eloise's video on like goal setting and like your habit trackers and things that you've got and trying to stick to those habits. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Bonnie
Sorry,
says,
I'm laughing because I'm I'm laughing because I've been doing a terrible job at that.
That's what we all do. It's fine. At least you're trying.
I even
Nobody's
gave
perfect,
myself
it's
carrots
fine.
and sticks, and I just no.
Never mind. At least you're trying. I'm sure you're doing a great job. And Stephen is here, and Esther popped in as well, saying happy release day. Thank you, Esther. And I saw that you shared over on Instagram. Thank you so much. That is so kind. And we had an interesting question in the chat from Stephen. Stephen wondered if cats could write fiction, which genre would they write? Exactly. So Laura Gomez reckons horror and gore. What about like Egyptian mythology? Maybe they'd be very into the Egyptians.
Yeah, some like sci-fi.
I said mystery. I just picked up a book with
literary
cat
fiction
tales with mysteries.
I think self-help. Yes.
No, not self-help, because cats couldn't care less whether people help themselves. They're just like whatever, as long as you feed me.
It would be like
if you're crying in the corner, I don't care, as long as you can open up a can.
Yeah, but I'm thinking a self-help book of like, I am amazing, and if you want to be half as amazing as I am, you should sleep for 6 hours a day and just, you know,
and only eat pate instead of shredded food.
Like like those guys who are like, this is how you're supposed to be a millionaire before you're 20 years old, and if you are not a millionaire, you're a loser. That kind of vibe.
Yeah. Stacey says my cat would write a how-to guide, how to become the best pain buddy. He has over 10 years experience in the field and is currently hard at work sleeping on me while purring. That's nice. That's nice. I mean, I have to say, maybe the cat just likes it when you have to stay still because it's annoying when his pillow moves. That's one interpretation, but
I think you're onto something, Emma.
Has Andrew got his cat back? Cat.
My Andrew?
Did you have to deliver? Yeah. Did you have to deliver the cat?
I didn't deliver the cat. He came and picked it up. And she is doing pretty well because Andrew's girlfriend has a cat named Stella, and they're trying to get used to one another. So there was a little hissing, but I think they're getting better with one another. But thank you for remembering.
Sure.
Yeah, I do miss his cat. Her name is Puar.
Yeah.
Puar. It's based on a Dragon Ball Z character. But anyway, I do miss her because I was so used to her trying to wake me up at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. And if she would cry until you would get up. And if not, then she put a paws under the door and kind of shake the door. And it's just weird. It's like I feel like I'm missing something, you know?
It's too quiet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible son to steal your cat, really. I mean, she was basically your cat at this point. Like, terrible son.
To be fair, it is his cat, but the fact that he had to move away and then come back and get her, because, you know, he's been away for like, I don't know, 6 months. So it was like, you left her for 6 months. But
yeah, you deserted her.
But I think it's a ploy for him to get me to come over to the apartment more often so that I can visit the kitty cat.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I like that. Poor Rachel's having trouble uploading files to Barnes & Noble. Stephen's concerned about your eyes in that lighting, Eloise. You need to let him know that you're okay.
Yes, I'm sitting right in front of a window, and
she's
the screens that I have are very bright. So
that's good. Martin says my accent is not peculiar. I never said you had a peculiar accent. I said that it was your accent in my head. I never said it was peculiar. It's peculiar that the book is like in my head being read by you. It's not your accent that's peculiar. Stop being difficult.
is it does he have like spicy scenes in his book too?
He better not. I'm still traumatized from Adrian's.
We're just reading
I had
it,
to
and it's your
analyze
voice reading these spicy scenes, and you're just like, gross.
Yeah, they're just better not be, honestly. Bonnie says, I love reading aloud with my kids. Yeah, me too. It's just my youngest now that we still do, as part of his lessons, we still do like some read alouds, and it's still so fun. But when they were little, and we used to get onto the big bed, like all of us, and it was so nice reading like Winnie the Pooh and things like that. It was awesome. And Deirdre's here, popping in to say hi and smash that like button and to wish me a happy release date. Thank you. I appreciate that you guys are probably getting bored of me having release days at this point. That point was made by someone this morning.
What?
But I will.
No, don't stop.
And Stacey loves Winnie the Pooh. Oh, Eva's here as well. Hi, Eva. Wishing me a happy release day as well. Bonnie had to go to get kids from school. Have fun, Bonnie. Thank you for popping in. There we go. I think I made it to the end. Yay! Oh, no, there we go. Oh, and I think you're onto something. Cool. I don't know what I was onto, but great. Cool. I probably was.
Oh, about the cat.
Eva says there's always room for more release days. Yeah, maybe not. I think I could do with a break from release days, to be honest, especially during NaNoWriMo. That's going to be kind of busy next month. And oh yeah, during the last sprint, I did decide I was going to work on my Preptober stuff. So I went into Google Docs on my phone to do it on that, and my phone decided it was out of storage, and so I couldn't do any editing or add anything to it. So I chatted to Andy instead.
I mean,
while I kind of emptied my phone. Yeah,
that's a good alternative.
No, it's not. Okay, so shall we get some more sprinting in? Should we give Kat the opportunity to read some more of the Graveyard book ready for later?
Yes.
And Eloise, we can get back to those accounts. Cool. I'm probably not timing this very well. I'm not keeping an eye on the time properly. We'll see. We'll see where we end up. It's going to be fine, everyone. Nobody panic. I'm not. Except I've lost my mouse now. Come back, mouse. We want to do stuff. Okay. Always so professional. Okay, let's do a sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hey. Kat, how did that go for you?
Really well. I was able to finish a chapter. The chapters are quite long in this book, I think, but I finished a chapter and almost finished the interlude, but it's a very good. I love rereading this story. Neil Gaiman is one of my favorites. I think he does a great job.
What's it actually about? Because I haven't read that Neil Gaiman.
It is about a young boy whose parents, his family's murdered, and he wanders off and ends up in a graveyard, and he is raised by the ghost of the graveyard, and he has a guardian named Silas who is kind of in between the living and the dead. He's like in the middle, but he becomes they call him Bod because he doesn't have a name. It's short for Nobody Owens. And Silas kind of keeps an eye on him, but he's never to leave the graveyard because the man who murdered the family is always looking for him. So
yikes.
I don't want to give away too much other stuff. I mean, but that's basic. I mean, that's the basis of it. But yes, so he's a living child that grows up in the graveyard, and he's got that sinister, evil person out there.
Sounds spooky.
Yes, it is spooky, but it's also has heart in it, and the ghost want to care for this living boy, to protect him or whatever. But yeah, it's good. This one and Coraline are probably my favorites when it comes to Neil Gaiman for middle grade. Yeah.
Coraline freaked me out when I watched that movie. So
Have you read the book? Have you read the book?
No.
I think it freaked everybody out when they watched the movie.
I'm not a big spooky stuff.
You don't like spooky stuff?
No, I don't like horror movies, or I don't think I've ever read any Stephen King. And
oh man, I'm all about the horror.
Yeah, you are. It's so funny. I love that about you because you're just so sweet and lovely, and then you're like, yeah, I just love the horror books.
Well, there's a lot in horror that it's not so much about the horror.
Eloise, what did you get up to?
I was doing boring things and cursing a lot.
No. Nice.
It's mostly what accounting is using
Did the boring things go well?
They went fine. Accounting is actually just a lot of use of your 10 key and cursing and Excel spreadsheets. That's all.
Sounds wonderful. I'm very, very sorry that I didn't become an accountant. It really does sound absolutely fantastic.
Thrilling.
Let's see what people got up to in the chat. Stephen is asking, can mood affect quality of writing? And yeah, Eloise said that it does for her. And yeah, I agreed with what you said. It impacts like the quantity of the writing. I don't know whether, I don't know, like I just sit down and write if I'm able to. Like if I'm really sick or something, then I won't. But otherwise, yeah, so maybe it would slow things down. I don't know.
Well, so like mood as far as if I'm just feeling kind of burnt out or tired or sad, I go more for a let me just watch something and mentally disengage or do something else. rage clean my house, and I just end up doing almost anything other than write.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of mood we're
Yeah, that's
talking
true. I think. Yeah. If it, like, you will do anything other than write if you're in a particular kind of mood. Yeah, you have. Yeah, that's a good point. What about you, Kat? Because Kat writes as well. In case
I do think mood does affect. I mean, I think for me, if I'm not in the mood, I just feel like I can't really progress. I mean, I'm even having that problem with writing reviews. I'm behind on some of my book reviews, like 4 books, because I just haven't been in the mood to, I have a lot of things going on right now personally, and I'm very distracted. I mean, so I don't know. It's hard when I'm not in the mood to write.
I think that's definitely one of the things, because there's something else that I was thinking of that I'm not going to say because it's a family-friendly channel, that mood impacts the quality of, and it definitely impacts your. If I'm mentally distracted, I can't get into what I'm doing. So there's just no point in trying. For me, it's like I'd rather just not write at all than just the words and then have to go back and just delete all of them. I'll just watch like Queer Eye and have a good cry and then try again tomorrow. I don't know.
Sure. I think that makes sense. I do.
Emma, what about you?
I'm kind of the same in that if I'm in a certain mood, then I probably just wouldn't write, except there are times when I genuinely do have to write. I was thinking like during NaNoWriMo, and then I will just be like, okay, just put everything else like to the back of my mind and just get into the story and just write the story. So I don't know whether I'd maybe write less. I don't know.
Or
I was accused the other day of being, I'm trying to think what the actual, sorry, with the characters.
Would your like, if you're in a sour mood and then you're writing anyway, are your characters just going to be all like grouchy and snarky because of your mood?
No, because I'm the characters.
Because you're a professional.
But I'm not all that grouchy. Like if I get grumpy, like it's over and done with really, really quickly. I kind of let it out and then I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like I'm like even keel. I'm not like lots of highs and lows. So yeah, and a professional. There we go. We'll go with that.
Yes.
Felicia's saying hey and congratulations. Thank you. Keiko popped back over from Shannon's stream. Stephen has another question. In writing, which is more important, your imagination or your perspiration? I would say perspiration. I think you can have all the imagination in the world, but if you don't sit down and actually put the effort in and get the words down, those ideas ain't going to do anything. What do you guys reckon?
I completely agree.
100%.
Like, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course you need ideas, but if you're not going to do anything with them, then what's the point?
Right.
Rachel says the ocean at the end of the lane was a fave for me. I read that like a year ago or so, and it freaked me out. That witchy lady in that book, she was scary.
Well, now I'm not going to read that one.
I was sat there like so good. Like in my 40s, like, oh my goodness, this is really scary. She's gonna come and get me. Yeah, not recommended for Eloise. Oh, and Kat, you mentioned Stardust. Stardust is lovely.
I love
a couple of years ago, we visited the town that was used for a lot of the filming of For Wall, the village in like the normal world. And it was really cool because you were walking through this town and you can see like Victoria's window and stuff where she was hanging out. It was really awesome. It's absolutely beautiful place. Really, really gorgeous. Yeah, I liked that. Oh, and Eloise likes Stardust as well. That wasn't too scary. Stacey liked Neverwhere. I haven't read that one yet.
I haven't read that one yet either.
I want to. Yeah. I think there's a copy of it upstairs though. So, but I've still got a load of books from my birthday that I haven't got round to yet. So I probably don't need to add any more books to my TBR, honestly. We're probably good with what we have. There we go. And Stacey says I don't like horror either, but I do like some Neil Gaiman. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I love Dracula though. When I read Dracula, I think a couple of years ago for the first time, I absolutely loved Dracula. That was amazing. Very good. Right. Shall we? I don't want to be late for Andy's stream because you know that would be rude. Your stream starts half an hour later, doesn't it, Kat?
Yes. 4:30 Central Time.
Yeah.
So I'll hop on
Andy's
and let it run. Boop his like button and let it run.
Oh, that's so nice. Why don't we do just a little short sprint to take us like a little closer to the end? What do you think, guys? Not the full 25?
Yeah, that's fine.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, like a 15, if I can. I mean, it won't be exactly 15 because I'm not going to be able to do that with the timer. Honestly, I'm going to mess it up. But we'll see how close I can get. Let's see. Come on. Are we going to? No, we're going to drag the wrong bit of the screen. Look, can you just come on? Go away. I don't want that bit. Oh my goodness. How do people just? Okay, I'm going to start the timer, but we're not start. Nobody start writing yet. Okay, this is not officially the sprint until I've moved the thing. Oh my goodness. Why do other people not have these problems? Okay, we're going from there. Right, we're doing a 15-minute and 33-second sprint. Go, go, go.
Oh, jeez.
Wasting time. Hey. You guys want to know what's super fun?
What?
My Tesco delivery was supposed to arrive between 10 and 11, and it's arrived early. So in the background, we've got 2 dogs going crazy on this side, and we've got 3 people, all boys, trying to deal with a big supermarket delivery over there. How great is that? It's going to be fun.
Yay. That's awesome.
So fine. Anyway, Eloise, how did that go for you?
It was fine. I spent most of the time in the chat.
Nice. Very nice. Well, it was only a tiny little sprint, so I say that's fine. Kat, what about you?
Well, I got Andy's sprints pulled up, so I'm ready to go with that. And then I pulled my sprints up just so that I have it ready to go when I'm ready to go live. And I got to page 178, so I think I read about 5 more pages. So I'm liking it. I will finish. I'll finish before my 8 o'clock book club meeting.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. So the chat was popping with all talk. I'm sorry if you can hear Paris barking. He's an asshole, honestly. Everybody was chatting about their favorite, like, spooky books and spooky films and stuff. Stephen was asking, have you ever written a story where a supporting character overtook the main character, and what happens? I haven't, but I think that's because I write romance. So really, there's only like 2 main characters, and then everybody else is very, very, very sub, if you like. So if one of those kind of rose up through the ranks, there'd be a little bit of a problem there with my planning. What did you say? Did you answer this, Eloise? I think you did.
I did.
You said not yet.
Not yet, but I do have some supporting characters that, as I'm writing, they are saying, "Hey, I have my own story. If you are interested in hearing about it," and I'm kind of like, "Not right now. I will explore your story later, but not right now." So I might end up with some spin-offs, but yeah.
Yeah, you're like, you will have your time. Fantastic. I can't imagine that really happens to Kat, because Kat's writing, it tends to be non-fiction writing, and Kat had the most amazing holiday in Sicily. It's the food, the pictures of the food were ridiculous, and you were talking about that you might kind of write that all up to help you remember it and stuff. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'd like to write it from a blog, and then with all the video footage and everything, that'll help me to make a vlog of it. So that's what I would love to do during NaNoWriMo, is to write about my trip. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That would be a really fun month of writing, to be able to do that. I think that'd be really cool. I loved your confession, Eloise.
Me too.
The summaries of the horror books and movies. And you can sleep after watching the reel. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I don't think that you're cut out for horror. That's fine.
30 seconds, and I couldn't go to sleep for like 2 hours.
Oh. I love Hocus Pocus as well, but everybody else in my family hates it. They're all complete freaks. They think it's rubbish.
I love Hocus Pocus. So much fun.
It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's awesome. They all hate it. I don't know what's wrong with them. And RC had lots of suggestions for movies, as he always does. Oh, I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Me too.
The Vampire Slayer. Best. Even the awful original movie. I will even happily watch that. That's how much I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay, but Emma, are you?
I really wanted to be.
Are you Team Spike or your Team Angel?
I love a bad boy. I'm team Spike, definitely. Although I did love Angel. I did, but you know, Spike all the way. I love Spike, definitely.
I got to meet Spike. I got to meet the actor who played Spike at Comic-Con one year, and we took a picture together.
Did you?
Yes,
Nice.
and I didn't say anything
I
dumb.
met David Warner. I did. I was just done. Well done for holding it together, you. I just messed it up. Yeah. And Rachel says Team Spike, though I loved Angel sometimes. He was a little bit of a goody two-shoes, wasn't he? If I remember. It's been a while. But yeah, okay, guys, we had better finish off though, because otherwise we are going to be late for Andy, which we do not want. Would you guys like to do a little farewell, starting with Eloise?
Sure. No, why? You made me go first. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I was first last, so I was being fair. Shut up or I'll make you big. I can do it.
Thanks for having me. I'm a hot mess. I write and I make okay videos. So yay. And I don't like horror movies. And I'm excited to read Christmas books written by Emma. On to you, Kat.
Well, thank you very much for having me today, Emma. I enjoyed being here on your release day sprints. I'm looking forward to getting your Christmas book. It's going to be fun to read. And in the meantime, I'm just going to continue reading my graveyard book and finishing out Victober. And I do have a book haul that I'm going to be working on soon with all Victorian literature that I found at Friends of the Library sales. So
lovely.
That's coming up.
Do you like your sales? Awesome. Cool. And as well as Andy's stream, which is starting in just a minute over on Self Pub with Andy, Kat has got a stream starting in just over half an hour. So you can do some stream hopping between those two. You know, or choose your favorite. Come on, it's fine. It's a dog world. Choose your favorite. Make a decision. Thank you both so much for being here. And thank you guys for being here to celebrate this beautiful book. It's so beautiful. The spine is beautiful. The back is beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. Anyway, we must not be late for Andy. So I'm going to end the stream. But thank you, everybody who's been here. I hope that it was useful and you got some work done, or at least that we amused you for a little while. And I will be streaming again this weekend as part of the Storytellers Hearth weekend. So make sure you check out everybody's streams then if you want to get loads of work in. And I will catch you again very soon. Bye for now.